What's going on, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? It's BOJ live. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, let folks, get the notification that I'm on live today. It is December the 23rd, ladies and gentlemen. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope everyone is having a great holiday season so far. I figured I'd hop on and go live today. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have tomorrow on Christmas Eve, and especially will not be going live on Christmas Day. I feel like we all should be spending time with our families if we are celebrating Christmas. Of course, those of you that do not celebrate Christmas, still try to find a way to get to your families and just let them know you love them. I think that's always a good thing to do every day, but especially on the 25th for those of us that celebrate and what's the word I'm looking for? Observe the Christmas holiday. Make sure you spend some time with your families. Happy holidays to everybody. Thank you for joining in. For those of you that are out there, let some folks know that we are going live today. Don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about, but I know what I want to talk about, and we'll see what goes on after that. But I just wanted to take some time today. I'm probably going to be on for about an hour, so if you guys got questions for me, just want to say hello and say happy holidays and all that great stuff, feel free to do that because it is indeed the season for showing love. So I wanted to get on here and show some love to all the folks that have been supporting us through this year. 2024 has been a hell of a year. My goodness. So much has gone on this year. A lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of indifferent. But we take the good with the bad and we try to make them all learning lessons, right? That's what it's all about. As we continue to go through in this space, as we continue to go through life, it is very, very important that on top of continuing to find out who we are as individuals, we continue to grow from those points of self-realization, right? Once you realize who you are and what your good points are, maybe what your negative points are, you grow from those moments, right? Or you embrace those things that make you great. So I'm so excited to be here with you all this morning. Of course, as a person that has been in this space for a while, we have seen so many things. We have been approached by so many entities and so many different opportunities or platforms. Some of you may call them schemes or scams, whatever you want to call them. But they are opportunities in this space. Now, whether you decide to take them or not, it's all an individual decision. I remember earlier on this year, we were kind of reeling from a tough end of 2023. And ladies and gentlemen, it was tough for many reasons. Some of the things that we were really excited about, some of the things that had really started to come around and change our lives in this space just did not make it for whatever reason. And some of the reasons we know, some of the reasons we do not. But some of the things that we were involved in this year just did not make it or at the beginning of the year. And we were just kind of reeling. We were doing a little bit of everything. We were taking in everything that came. We were like, hey, what's this over here? What's that over here? Oh, let's try this. Let's try that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, personally. I think we all should have these moments where we are willing to try certain things. And that's what 2024 was. We tried a whole bunch of different stuff. We tried to just keep the momentum from 2023 after it had been squashed by AMSIS and crypto program and Novatech and all the different things that had come along that really just had us reeling. We thought we had kind of galvanized community in this space and found some things that we may not have trusted all the way because we don't trust anything in this space necessarily. But we thought we felt pretty good about some of the things that we were involved in to the point where some of us put in substantial capital. Some of us put in so much of our time and effort in building community and trying to get people to see what we saw in the platform. And quite honestly, what we saw was a decent opportunity. Even going back to Novatech and thinking about what Novatech was, it was an opportunity for us to take advantage of what we would consider another level of trading. I'm not a trader. I've been one of those people that says that from the jump, looking at the red and green lines on a daily basis and trying to make my income from that was not my strong suit. Not that I gave it the most valiant effort to become a trader either. I do believe that if you give it some time and effort, I got something on my face. If you give it the time and effort, you have the opportunity to really get good at something. And I think there's a lot of people, like shout out to Croc and Passive Income Croc. He's apparently, well, I won't say apparently because we've seen it. He's taken on trading and taken on some other opportunities, and even has expanded his channel into more than just opportunities. He's expanded it into self-development and marriage coaching. I won't call it counseling because I don't know that he's a counselor, but him and his wife are doing such an amazing job and just sharing their lives and doing things like that. My guy Anthony Deloach still out there getting it with the programs and opportunities. My guy Dap Dunbar still out there doing his thing, galvanizing opportunity and reminding people how important it is to really start to see these platforms and opportunities as ways to change our lives. But in order to do that, for the majority of us, we had to share these opportunities with others. Right? There's a lot of times that a lot of us tell ourselves that we don't want to be the sharers of opportunity. We would rather not. And I don't blame anyone for feeling that way. I also do, on the other hand, think that those of us that are not willing to share opportunities with others are shortchanging ourselves. And we're shortchanging our ability to influence or encourage or motivate. And I've always taken this stance. Now, I'm not going to be the person to continuously beg someone to do something, ask them more than twice. I may ask them twice, but really I don't like to ask more than one time to express my how important something is to me to get it done. If I ask you to do it, I kind of expect you to do it if you say you're going to do it. Now, if you tell me you're not going to do it, that's a whole nother thing, right? But I think in this space, to be successful, we have to get over this fear of sharing with others. We have to get over that, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of us that walk in fear of sharing things that we are benefiting from for a myriad of reasons. Some people don't want others to take what they're bragging about. Some people don't want others to be jealous of what they're talking about. Some people don't want that feeling of, well, what if it doesn't work? I don't want it to affect someone else. I can handle it affecting me. And that's kind of how I dealt with a lot of this stuff. I would share it on my YouTube channel. This was a way for me to indirectly share my experiences with anyone who wanted to listen. Now, if they didn't want to listen, then they didn't have to listen. And that put the ballpark back, that put the ball back in their court. All I'm here to do is share information, right? But I honestly do believe that we have to get over our fear of sharing good opportunities with other people. And for those of you that are feeling that way, you might be feeling that way, put a 1 in the chat. Like if you feel that way about, you're a little bit apprehensive. I don't want to call it scared because some of you may not be scared per se. But you may be a little bit of, there might be some apprehension about sharing things with others. But let me put this in perspective just really quickly. When you think about, and this is a common example, we deal with this all the time, right? When you think about your favorite restaurant or your favorite meal or your favorite movie or your favorite vacation spot or your favorite car or your favorite whatever, your favorite instrument as musicians, your favorite musicians, your favorite rappers, your favorite singers, we don't feel so bad about sharing that with other people. And we feel even better when we're sharing that with other like-minded people. There is almost nothing better than sharing a musician that you really love with someone that's also a musician that has similar tastes that hasn't even heard of that musician yet. I remember when I was telling a lot of people about Anderson .Paak. All right. Anderson .Paak is one of the most amazing musicians that I've ever heard in my life. But I didn't know he played the drums. I didn't know he was a real like he plays music for real. He's a real dog, but he's also an amazing vocalist and he can rap a little bit too. So when I was listening to his music, and he has so much music, when I was talking to my musician friends, I'm like, yo, have y'all heard of Anderson .Paak? Have anybody heard of Anderson .Paak? Now, I say that to say I didn't have apprehension about asking that question. I knew where I was. I knew I was in the room with other people that had similar interests. I knew that some of those people may have heard of Anderson .Paak. I knew that some of those people may not have heard of Anderson .Paak. But the thing that stayed constant was my ability to take the chance and just say, hey, has anybody heard of this? Has anybody heard of that? And I think that we get really selective about what we do that, depending on the room that we're in, right? The reason I say this is because right now, and especially in America, cryptocurrency and its adoption is at an all-time high. There are people in their living rooms, in their offices, with their colleagues, with their families, with their friends, everybody that they know, they're having conversations about cryptocurrency now. You know, Trump was just elected. He hasn't been put in office just yet, but he's already talking about some of the things that he's going to be doing. Now, this is something that I do tell my friends. Crypto in America, we have been behind, way behind the 8 ball, right? As far as education on crypto, because a lot of people have lived in fear of cryptocurrency. They think it's the biggest scam that ever lived. Now, it's turned out to be the biggest investment opportunity that has ever lived or that's ever been around. It has outperformed every company. Now, don't quote me on that because I don't know that to be exact fact, but I think that is what they are saying. Bitcoin, since its inception, has been the single most profitable investment in investing history. Ain't that something? That's kind of interesting to me. I think that that's interesting. So we have an opportunity right now to not only inform people about what's going on in crypto and, you know, share with our family and friends the opportunity that is there, because they are going to see it if they're paying attention to any news or anything like that, or how the stores are going to start adopting cryptocurrency into their systems and things of that nature. They're going to start seeing it. Now, what side of the fence are you going to be on? Are you going to be on that side of the fence that's afraid to let people know that you have been a part of crypto for a while? You may have been in a risky space, but you understand how it moves. Are you going to be that person that doesn't know anything at all about crypto and has nothing to add to the conversation? Are you going to be that person that has things to share with them, right? Are you going to be that person like me that says, hey, you know, while you're into crypto, I also think that you should take a look at what's going on here, right? This has something to do with crypto, and you should take a look. So we all have that choice, and we all have that ability. I think some of us are a little bit apprehensive about using it and taking advantage of it, and that's okay. Everyone is on their own journeys, their own missions. They have their own reason for doing things. All right. For me, this is a part of the legacy for myself. All right. Bank of Gerald is a part of my legacy. It's a part of what I'm leaving behind whenever God calls me, right? So education on cryptocurrency, I think, is a very, very vital thing that over 2025, I think that we all should be gaining. I think we should all start learning the very basics of cryptocurrency. And if we don't, then we are going to continue to be a part of the Americans that are behind the 8 ball, or wherever you may be watching me from. You're going to be a part of those folks in your country, your province, your region, your state, your city that are behind the 8 ball because we did not go and get more education. All right. So I think that's important. I know I went on a little tangent there, but I want to also say, for those of you that are just joining, happy holidays. And don't be afraid to say it in the comment section back. I will say it right back to you, and I'll try to even pronounce your name on here. All right. I know my name gets a little difficult. So, you know, I try not to butcher other people's names. I really try to do the best that I can. And I'm very just grateful and thankful for everyone that is tuning in today. We are so blessed to be here in this space. There's a lot of great things going on. I'm focused on one singular thing that's really great going on. I got my eye on a few other things that we'll talk about when we feel the time is right. Legacy Superior Services, LLC, thank you for tuning in. What's going on with you this morning? We are so grateful to be here. Happy holidays to you, Legacy Superior Services. We hope the best for you in the closeout of 2024 and in the beginning of 2025. There's so much to be excited about. And we hope you feel the same way. All right. We're excited here at BOJ, and we're just grateful to be here again. So thank you for tuning in. I'll probably be on until about 1 o'clock. I just wanted to come on and talk to the people just really quickly If there's any questions you guys have for me, of course, feel free to let them fly in the comment section. All right. I'll get back to you, especially if they're live. I'll try to get back to you right when you put it in there. All right. You can feel free to also let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in from the United States, let me know in your state, city, state, whatever you want to share. I don't know. I don't need to know your address, nothing like that. But it's cool to know where people are tuning in from. I'm grateful to be wherever I am today, whether it's on your phone, whether it's on your TV, your computer, whatever you're listening to me on or watching me on today. We're grateful to be here. All right. For those of you that have been watching, I haven't done a lot of videos recently. I've been doing more shorts and different things like that, kind of letting you guys into my life as BOJ, as Gerald, Gerald Smith as the person. BOJ is the person that has gotten you guys all attention. But I think a part of keeping that attention is letting people in on a little bit of the inside workings of what you've got going on as a person. I'm a person that loves my family. I'm a person that loves sports. I love God. I love and God first, by the way. I didn't mean to get that out of order. But I also love motivating and inspiring people to do better with their resources, with their time, whatever God gave them. I'm a person that has not always done the best with what God gave me. And I'm learning throughout a lot of these experiences that I have in my personal life that as long as we give the best that we can every single day, that we get breath in our lungs, I think we're going to be better off than the day before. I think if we just continue to put one foot in front of the other, a lot of people in my personal life have watched me in my weight loss journey. I have lost over 50 pounds since the beginning of this year. And I'm going to clap it up for myself because I think that we should give ourselves applause. I was listening to Snoop say something today, and he was talking about his Snoop Dogg. For those of you that don't know who Snoop Dogg is, come up from under that rock. Come on, Patrick. Come up from under that rock, all right? You should know who Snoop Dogg is. Little Bit Bullish, my brother. What's happening, man? Thanks for tuning in. Always appreciative to see you on, my brother. And when we're talking about Snoop Dogg, well, the story of Snoop Dogg in this particular instance, he was talking about how he got his Hollywood Walk of Fame star, and he was talking about his speech. And he said, I want to thank me, right? I want to thank me. I want to thank me, and this is not a quote or anything like that, but you can go look this up. I want to thank me for those long hours I put in. I want to thank me for all that preparation I did, all the working out that I did, and I want to thank me for being there, standing in the gap for my family and my friends and my colleagues and business owners. At that point, he's dealing with owners of companies and all of this different stuff, and he's saying, I want to thank me for sticking to it and staying in the game and not giving up on myself. And he was talking about mental health and how that is mental health, ladies and gentlemen. Being able to give yourself some kudos, being able to give yourself some props every now and then. I know a lot of us have our shortcomings, but a lot of us are working every day to be better people. I think I'd love to believe that the majority of us are working every day to at least be better people. You may not be working out every day, doing push-ups, sit-ups, all that stuff to get a better body. You may not be out there moving and grooving and doing what you can on different aspects, but I think that the majority of us are really working hard every day to be a better person than we were yesterday. And I think as long as we're all doing that and we're giving ourselves some credit for doing that, right? You don't have to big up yourself and, you know what I'm saying? If you out there taking care of your kids, there are a lot of people out there that don't take care of their kids. But that doesn't necessarily mean you should be patting yourself on the back for taking care of your kids. That's just my opinion, because they're your kids. You brought them into this world. It is your duty to take care of them. All right. But with there being a lot of the alternative out there, we should give ourselves a pat on the back, because every day we make the choice to take care of our children. Every day we make the choice to be respectful and honorable and good people in our communities, in our states, in our regions, in our countries, and wherever our areas are, wherever our affiliations are. I think that the majority of us are all trying to be better people. So as we go into 2025, a whole nother year, ladies and gentlemen, let's give ourselves some grace. All right. I know we all have some resolutions that we are trying to achieve. Some of us are trying to work off that weight from Thanksgiving still. And then we got Christmas dinner coming up. All right. And some of us have some goals that we're not sharing with others. They're internal goals. They're just goals that we reflect on a day-to-day basis. Some of us have our goals on our walls and our vision boards and different things of that nature. I just want to inspire all of you to not give up on those goals. Stay at it day after day after day. And you're going to have some days that are way tougher than others. You're going to have some days that you are the most motivated person on the planet. It might piss some people off. They're going to be looking at you like, what is up with that guy? What's up with him? Like, what is in his coffee? What was he smoking today? Right? So we just got to find ways to keep plugging away. We got to find ways to motivate ourselves. And I think in that journey, in that process of finding ways to motivate ourselves, we end up motivating some other people. You know, I think about my own personal journey in my weight loss journey, right? So a lot of you guys can kind of see it in my face, you know what I'm saying? Got a little dimple action, you know what I'm saying? I got a little dimple action going on, you know what I'm talking about? But that came from work, that came from diet, that came from some even harder things. That came from grief, that came from stress, you know, that came from loss. A lot of things I went through this year. A lot of you may think I've got it all going on. I don't. I ain't got it figured out a bit, but I'm not quitting. I think that's going to make the difference between me and somebody else. I know I have enough self-awareness about myself to know I don't have it all figured out yet. I have enough self-awareness to know that there are things that I need to grow in. And I'm 32 years old, right? I know enough about myself to know now that there are still some things I need to learn and embrace. But I'm not afraid, and I'm not quitting. I may shift a few times. I may adjust a few times. I may change a few times, maybe even more than a few times. But I won't quit. I may take some time off. I may relax, may chill, but I won't quit. I may get frustrated. I may even say, ooh, I'm thinking about letting it all go right now. Some of y'all may even think about crashing out. And for those of you that don't know what crashing out is, that is a person that goes and does something that is completely detrimental to their life based on something that someone else did. Not crashing out. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. So if anybody expected quit out of BOJ this year, you may have seen some lulls where I wasn't doing videos here and there, whatever the case may be. You're not going to see that from me. I'm going to take my breaks. I think that's good for our health, but you won't see me quit. And I want to encourage everybody out there during this holiday season. And I want to talk about this too. Holiday season gets rough for a lot of people. The holiday season gets rough for a lot of people. There may be some people that listen to me right now that this season of your life is the hardest season of your life. And I'm nobody's preacher, so don't think I'm about to preach. I ain't, nope, I'm not. I'm gonna just give y'all some real. This is a different holiday season for me. I have lost a lot this year. I have lost friends. I've lost family. I've lost relationships. I have lost money. Anybody know about that? I've lost so much, but I've gained so much as well. I have gained so much as well. Shout out to my guy, a little bit bullish. Always here for you, brother, man. I appreciate you, man. And you know I'm always here for you as well. Time gets the best of all of us sometimes. You know, we get busy. You know, our brains are in the grind or they're in grief or whatever our emotions may be. We just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I know my guy, a little bit bullish. He knows all about that. Make sure y'all follow a little bit bullish on YouTube, by the way. He knows all about that. Taking one foot in front, and putting it in front of the other. So while I do recognize that this season is a tough season for a lot of us, this season can be a beautiful season if we reflect on the right things. You don't have to be Santa Claus. You don't have to be, best gift giver on the planet. think a lot of us get a lot from just people's presence and just being around, being accessible, sharing a kind word with somebody else, uplifting somebody else on purpose, doing it on purpose, doing it purposefully. I think that's important. And my heart is with everyone during this season. I truly empathize and sympathize, because some of y'all, I know what you're going through. Some of you guys I don't. But one thing that I do know is that if you're watching this video right now, you've been given another chance at life. How amazing is that? How amazing is it that we get to get up on a Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday evening, be up, watching a YouTube video leisurely? Or maybe not leisurely. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you're out there on the grind. There's a lot of people that are still working hard on this holiday season. There are going to be people that got to go to work on Christmas Day. And they got to leave their families and their friends and their loved ones, and they got to go to work and put money and food in their money in their pockets, food on the tables for their families, and provide. Men and women. Let's not get it twisted. All walks of life, young and old. There's some grandmothers out right now. There's some grandmothers out there right now that are not only still taking care of their kids, but they're taking care of their kids' kids. There's some grandchildren out right there, out in the world right now, that are taking care of their whole families. Ask me how I know. There are some people out there that are really grinding. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. We got to give y'all an applause. As I applaud for myself, I applaud for you. It is very important. It's very important that we give each other our flowers for working and putting in that work on a day-to-day basis. So I know I get on rants. I get on little tangents. But during this holiday season, I just want to take the time to remind each other there's so much to be grateful for. There's so much to be grateful for. And I just start with air in my lungs, the ability of my limbs, the activity of my brain, motor skills, everything that God has given me to be able to talk to you guys today. A camera, a computer, a place to call home, a roof over my head. I'm grateful for all that stuff. So that's just to paint perspective. All right. We've been on about 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning in. For those of you that have been tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. We always love to hear where folks are tuning in from. So if you don't, if you don't mind, put in the comment section where you're tuning in from. If you got any questions for me, some folks may be wanting to ask BLJ a question. It could be any question. I'll answer it. I'll be on till 1 o'clock. I'm not going to stay on here too long unless it gets good. I might stay on a little longer. But if anybody has any questions for me, feel free to ask them. I want to take some time to talk about what I'm most excited about right now. Why wouldn't I, right? Why wouldn't I take this time to talk about what has got me the most excited right now? First of all, the thing that's got me most excited is my family life. It's a pretty amazing to see a little you grow up in this world. And I don't think that I could love anything more than I love my little me. So shout out to my little me. And my family, man, they're amazing. We've been through a lot of stuff this year, but we have made choices to work together and stick with each other, at least in some capacities, and make sure that we put our best foot forward to, continue to uplift each other, motivate each other. And I'm so blessed to have a family like that. So shout out to my family. Those are the things I'm most excited about. But on the other side of that, when we get into this space, and we're talking about this space in particular, right? There is an opportunity. There is a platform. There is there's just a straight up amazing thing that the majority of my videos have been about for the last 2 or 3 months now. Now, this is not to say there aren't any amazing projects out there. There are many. I won't say there are plenty. I was about to say there are many and there are plenty, but there aren't plenty. But there are many, right? Some of you may be involved in some of these amazing platforms and are having amazing success, and I applaud you. But to have success in this space, there's many things that you have to do. You have to catch the right thing at the right time, and you got to put in the right effort. All right. So I think we all understand that by now on a general stance. But this opportunity right here literally allows us to take our own efforts and accumulate a token, a real token. We're not talking about a meme coin. I'm not talking about a Pepe. I'm not talking about a Dogecoin. I'm talking about a real coin with real use case. We're talking about MoveQuest, and we're talking about MoveQuest token. It has been one of the most amazing opportunities that I have seen. And while it has had its ebbs and flows, it is still here. I don't think people understand this quote the way that I understand it. So I'm going to try to break it down. Here's the quote. The best ability is availability. I'm going to say that again for the folks in the front, the middle, and the back, and on both sides. And for those of you on the roof, put your ear to the flow and listen a little bit closer. The best ability is availability. The fact that we are still talking about MoveQuest at this point, some of y'all might be tired of me talking about MoveQuest. I don't care. It has paid out 20 million plus since August. Ladies and gentlemen, we have not seen anything like MoveQuest. We have not seen anything like what it is doing. We have not seen anything like proof of activity being proven on the blockchain and it working. I literally had not been looking at my health app on my phone. This is the health app on your phones, on iPhones, right? I had not been looking at my steps. Now, mind you, this morning I didn't get as much steps as I like to, or Saturday or Thursday. And sometimes it's because your phone isn't on or doing what it's, or you don't have it on you when you're walking. Sometimes I walk my dog and I leave my phone and I haven't charged my watch or whatever. So there's sometimes that my steps aren't getting accumulated, but I have never been more aware of my physical activity than right now. It's a mix of different things, my own personal goals, right? I had personal goals to get this vessel in shape, right? That was a personal goal of mine before I even came across this amazing opportunity. But number two, because I'm getting paid for this now, because I'm literally getting paid for my steps and my physical activity, I have never paid more attention to it than ever. Now I'm a naturally competitive person. Some people don't have that in them. I got that dog in me. I'm sorry. And I say I'm sorry because I've been on both sides of the coin, right? I've been on folks' team where they appreciate that dog, and I've had some folks on the other side of the team where they've come to me later and we've become friends like, man, I hated playing against you. I did not like playing against you because you didn't quit. You just kept going. I've been on both sides of that coin. So when we're talking about the best ability being availability, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a platform that has not even shown signs of not being able to pay out. We have talked about the red flags. We've talked about so much stuff in this space over the last few years. Now, I did not know that over pretty much the course of the time I've been on YouTube, this MoveQuest opportunity has been in its inception. It was slowly being developed. It was just waiting in the wings. And almost as soon as I was about ready to say, I'm through with this space, man. It ain't nothing but a bunch of platforms that just want to, they want their attention on your platform. So they're going to try to pay you. They're going to try to throw you a little here, throw you a little there, put some deposits in your account so that you can share with the community that you have and you've built. And the next thing you know, they take the money and they run. We've seen that countless times. And anybody with a heart, they're going to be like, yo, I can't keep doing this. It doesn't even matter how much money they're talking about. So then you start saying, hey, well, if you can pay this outlandish amount of money, then maybe I'll talk about it. No guarantees. But if you can do that. So it makes you think you're smarter than the platforms. You're trying to outsmart them, but really you're just not really even trying to do business with them unless they can do this outrageous number that you've asked them to do. So when I think about all those different times that I've had all these crap, just straight up crap, they're crap platforms. They're here today and they're gone tomorrow. How many of us really want something that we can't count on and we know it? Like, honestly, regardless, you can have 50 million subscribers and you're offering them something that you know you can't count on. They know they can't count on it. And you're both deciding to go forward with it. How long can we do that? I just decided I really can't do that much longer. Now, I've made my little caveat Telegram groups to kind of fit the mold, what people want, right? People, for whatever reason, they still want those crap platforms. Don't get it twisted. I still get messages every single day about, hey, BOJ, when are you going to drop another hype? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? When are you going to bring another high-risk platform? You know, we're still interested. So, you know, I tried to accommodate. You know, I got my BOJ Casino Plays group, which I am terrible at updating because that's not even where my focus is right now. I truly believe that I have found something special. For those married folks out there, for those of you that have decided to take that leap, first of all, congratulations and God bless you, right? For those of you that have taken that leap, you may know the feeling. You know, you see her or him. You like what they got going on. They've passed your red flag test. As a matter of fact, they're waving green flags. You know what I'm saying? And they're waving them high. And that green flag got your name on it. And not only are they doing that, but they're also a blessing to other people in their own communities. You know, he or she is out there doing their own thing with or without you. Ooh, something about that is intriguing. I need to go see about that. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all may not have experienced that yet, but some of y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So after you've approached and you've gotten a number, you start dating, you start seeing each other, you start getting more committed to each other. Everything else in that realm just doesn't seem to matter as much anymore. Now, we've all maybe felt this way, where that thing that we were so attached to and so in love with per se, and, you know, couldn't go without, it starts changing on us. They're not the same thing that they used to be. That it could be a good thing. They could be growing. They could be evolving. They could be changing for the better, right? They could be about ready to leave your ass. It could be about ready to go. And I think we have experienced so much over the last few years where it's just like, man, we know these platforms are here today and gone away. We know they're going to leave us. We know they're going to leave us. We just hold on while we can. I don't want to hold on to nothing flimsy. If I'm going to hold on, I need it to be strong. Not only it, but me, right? I got to be strong. So then I start thinking about MoveQuest and the decisions that I have had to make since I have joined MoveQuest. Now, these are not decisions that MoveQuest is forcing me to do. It's like that girlfriend, you know, they're not, or that guy friend, you know, they're not forcing you, hopefully, they're not forcing you to do anything that you don't want to do. Now, that could make some changes in your life. You may have to leave some of them other girls or guys alone. You may have to leave that good time over there alone. You may have to leave that check over there alone to better focus on what you have now found is greater value to your life. And I hope that's not going over everybody's heads. I hope that's something y'all understand. For those of you that are watching, if you understand, let me know that you understand in the comment section what I'm trying to say. MoveQuest, for me, is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. It's forced me to be more conscious about what's really important to me, or what should be important to a lot of us. We should be, I heard a quote today, and I will share this. This is just my perspective, but this is like what really cemented this. This was like this 80-year-old man talking to some doctor on, I was just, you know how we just scroll social media. We just find things that just, you know, inspire us. And this is about moving, right? This is about working out. This is about having an active lifestyle instead of a sedentary lifestyle. For those of you that don't know what sedentary lifestyle is, if you do what I'm doing right now all day, that's sedentary. If you're sitting down in a comfy chair, doing Zooms all day, God bless you. I hope you're getting paid. But this is sedentary. A lot of us will sit here and stay in these seats, all right? And that's not exactly the best thing for our bodies. Our bodies need to be moving. They need to be active. They need to be doing things. They need to be doing things, right? We need to be active. All right, hopefully everybody agrees with that. But this 80-year-old man says to this doctor, and this is a study that apparently was done by Harvard Medical School. And they said for every hour that you work out is another 3 hours added to your life. Can I say that one more time? I'm going to say it anyway. I didn't mean to ask. I was going to do it anyway. Another 1 hour of working out, 1 hour of physical activity is adding 3 hours to your life. How powerful is that? Now, you know what that man's response to that was? You know what he said he felt like doing? He said, I feel like getting up right now. I feel like getting up right now. That's what he said. All right. It made him feel like getting up immediately. And these are men that had to both be, well, I know at least one was 70, 80 years old. I don't know the exact ages. The other one looked like he was probably in his early 60s, late 50s. But these are people that have a different perspective on life. I know a lot of us young folk, we take life for granted. We take our mobility for granted. We take our activeness for granted. We take the things, our energy levels for granted. Because as we get older, this nice slow little decline. Now, we can control to a certain standpoint how active we get. We control that. Or we hopefully can control that. Right? Trust me, I am very sensitive to handicap situations. My mother, from the time that I was 3 years old, was in a wheelchair. So I know all about that. That has been my whole life. My whole life. So we have to stay committed to the process. One person that knows about commitment, Legacy Superior Services. And I want to just highlight this. I hope you don't mind. Married 21 years, 3 wonderful kids, and they're all mining the Move Quest. All of them. 5 people, if I'm doing my math correct. Husband, wife, and 3 beautiful children. Wonderful kids. Let me say wonderful. I'll use the words that you used. All mining Move Quest. Now, that is someone that understands what Move Quest is, right? There's a lot of us that don't even understand what Move Quest is yet. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't fully understand everything that is going to be a part of this Move Quest opportunity right now. But I am committed to learning, committed to staying engaged the best that I can, and committed to sharing it with others who would like to know. That's why we have a Telegram group. So if y'all not in the Telegram group, make sure you find our Telegram group for Move Quest. You won't be able to search it up. It's in the link on all the videos that aren't live. All right. So if you go back to any video that I didn't do that wasn't live, you should be able to see that link. It should be very easy to find. And shout out to you, Legacy Superior Services, for 21 years of marriage. God bless you, man. God bless you and your family. And I hope I'm getting that right with saying brother. I don't want to assume brother, sister, but shout out to you. So I say all this to say, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very unique opportunity with MoveQuest. We have a very unique opportunity to change our lives physically, right? Now, I'm just thinking about some of the things that we have the opportunity to achieve in the MoveQuest system, right? So 2 hours of workout time is maxing your workout time on this platform. So if you max out your workout time, or let's not even talk about the MQT you're earning, right? Shout out to you, Marcus. Thank you for tuning in, brother. And I'm glad I got brother right. But 2 hours, right? If we're doing simple math, If the study says that 1 hour of physical activity per day is adding 3 hours to your life, that means 2 hours is earning what? Come on, you got it. Come on, I know you want to say it. Come on, tell me. You're adding 6 hours to your life at that point. Who wouldn't want another 6 hours of life? Now, if you attack that every single day, I think that's enough motivation right then and there. And it should have been enough motivation for me so many years that I just allowed myself to just get out of shape. Man, I was carrying around 250 pounds. And I was doing it damn good too. Well, I look good now. Don't play with me. I still look good at 250. I was big boss, heavy house. You know what I'm talking about? I just didn't look like it. But I've unbigged my back a little bit. You know, I have unbigged my back just a little bit. Now I'm down to 195 pounds. And I feel the best that I ever have physically in my life. All right. And that's not even getting into what MoveQuest can do as a token. I've already seen this token hit $100. Already seen it. It's laid level and steady around $9 to $13 for the last little bit, last month or so. It's leveled out. There's still a lot to be realized from this platform. Of course, we anticipate the token price increasing as the community increases, and we're going to be excited as we see that. Ladies and gentlemen, the tokenomics of this thing is out of this world. As a matter of fact, you might even be astounded by the tokenomics of this. And I'm not some kind of crypto genius. I don't understand all tokenomics, but I've never seen a liquidity provision. I've never seen a platform pay out $20 million plus in 4 months. Never seen it. Never seen it. And they're not stopping anybody from getting withdrawals like a lot of these centralized platforms will do. They try to claim decentralization. There's a person running a lot of this stuff. This is a smart contract. Now, a lot of you may be saying, well, you know, Lynette, doesn't she run things? She makes choices and decisions. I'm like, yeah, of course she's the creator and she has some power to do a few things. But a lot of the basics of this stuff and the groundwork of this stuff is already laid on the blockchain, and the contract has been renounced already. So there's not much that can be changed. There are things that can be upgraded as we continue to go through this process. You're going to start seeing, we've already seen new names. We've already seen new things for the miners and stuff like that. So for those of you that are tied in, stay tied in. For those of you that may be new, contact me. It's okay. Reach out to me. If you need more information on MoveQuest, find me on Telegram at Bank of Gerald. All right. BankofJarol. All right. Bank of Gerald. Holla at me. I'm at bankofgerald@protonmail.com. You can holla at me there too. So I don't want to spend all this time talking about MoveQuest per se, but I want to let everybody know that we have been in this space for quite some time. Quite some time. We've been in things that have succeeded for a time period and they fell off. Nothing has had the longevity. In 2025, my bold statement is that all the way through 2025, we'll be able to still talk about MoveQuest. We'll still talk about its decentralized nature. We'll still talk about its ebbs and flows and the ups and downs. There are going to be people that are getting in today that are happy they're seeing it at $11. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this real quick. Hopefully y'all can see this. I'm going to go to CoinMarketCap. We'll be able to officially see this on CoinMarketCap pretty soon when the website gets done. But I want to show y'all the price. Right? $11.25. Okay? We're going to be doing a video next year around this time saying happy holidays from BOJ once again. The difference is we're going to be talking about that token, and I anticipate it's going to be a lot higher than $11.25. Now, some of you may get in on it while it's here. Some of you may be just the consumers of the token. You can indeed just purchase the token. You don't even have to be a person that's out there physically moving and mining this token. But I'd rather mine it. I much rather mine it. And There are plenty of videos. There's plenty of tokenomic videos. There's plenty of videos from the creator in my Telegram group on YouTube. Listen to the people that are involved in the things that you want to be involved in. Don't listen to the people that are out there just talking negative about everything and they don't know nothing. Please do yourself a favor. And if you're of that vein where if you're of that personal spirit where you just love negativity and you love seeing platforms come and go and you love sharing the negative parts about this, I hope MoveQuest gives you hell. I hope it makes it so hard for you to write negative stuff. I hope the most negative thing that you can say about MoveQuest is me jumping on live saying to all you negative folk that y'all need to go and hide under a rock. I hope that that's the most negative thing that y'all can say. Or on top of that, we'll say this, and let's be real. MoveQuest has not been the best about their timelines per se, all right? If there's anything that I can say about MoveQuest, is there has been much to be desired from their timelines. I would love to see things happen a lot quicker than they have been happening. I'd love to have seen the app in the Apple Store by now. I would have loved to seen the MoveQuest.com up and not have to worry about the dev. I'd like to be able to see the leasing and the marketplace and the quests and the challenges and all the things that go on in this ecosystem running right now. I love to see it, right? Technology don't quite work that way. But if that is the biggest thing, now mind you, for some context, while we are saying that MoveQuest's timelines haven't always been what we would like them to be, they have always gotten what they said they were going to get done eventually. I can deal with that. All right. Just don't tell me it's going to be done tomorrow and it's not. I'd rather you say it'll be done by the end of the month and then you just drop it on us tomorrow. Surprise me, please. Give me a good surprise like that, right? I think my biggest pet peeve in even in myself, right? I won't talk about bashing other people or anything like that. I think my even biggest pet peeve of myself is me saying I'm going to do something and not getting it done. Man, I beat myself up a little bit about that. So I try to get everything that I say I'm going to get done. On the other side of that, and this is getting away from MoveQuest a little bit, and then I think that some other people in the world may have this issue. Expecting you from other people. Man, I have laid on that sword all year. I've made a pallet on that sword all year. Expecting other people to be like me. That's crazy. God made me uniquely, specially me. And there's not a soul on this planet that can be me or do me like I do me. In that same saying that, I hope I'm motivating somebody this morning or this afternoon or this evening, wherever you're watching. There is nobody on this planet that can do you like you do you. Nobody can talk like you. Nobody can walk like you. Nobody can look like you. Nobody can be you. And while they may try, nobody can do it. Embrace that about yourself. I am embracing that about myself, ladies and gentlemen. So the things that you see from me going forward are going to be things that I have embraced about myself, that I love about myself. And I hope that everyone can take a little bit of that kind of journey this year. I've had a lot of things move me in that direction. Some of them are good, some of them bad, and a lot of them I wouldn't wish on none of y'all. Because I know God gave it to me because he know I can handle it. He know I know what to do with this, or I'm going to find out. And I'm going to give him the glory all the way through. Even in my mistakes were there for me to learn from, or for others to learn from. My goodness. So while I have put myself on display and I've shown myself to the world in many different facets, many different changes, pivots, movements, seasons, I want to encourage everyone to do just a few things. As we go into 2025, promise yourself a few things. Promise yourself that you will never quit. promise yourself that every day that the universe, God, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, every day that you get the chance to open your eyes in the morning, do the best that you can with that time. Do the best that you can with that time. Do the best that you can with that time, ladies and gentlemen. Encourage other people. Speak life into other people in other situations. For those of you that pray, pray. But find things in your life to keep you motivated so you don't quit on you. And I think that if you don't quit on you, you got everything that you need to do for others. But make sure you don't quit on you first. Don't go out and do for others and you don't quit on yourself, because you're not going to do them no favors at all. At all. It's like that old airplane adage, you know what I'm saying? You have to secure your own face mask before you try to secure somebody else's. What you look like putting a face mask on your child, and as you putting your face mask on your child, you pass out. Get it on yourself first so that you can help other people. All right? That's it. That's all. I didn't want to stay on here very long. I think we've talked about a myriad of things, but I just want to come on here and speak to you guys today. I want to hopefully encourage you guys today. Remind us that there's so much to live for. And even during this very, very difficult season, or maybe a joyous season, you know, some people are going through the most joy that they've ever had in their lives. You know, crypto is on the up, ladies and gentlemen. Some of y'all have been investing in Bitcoin since its inception. And y'all are happy, 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 happy people right now. Some of us are going through a little bit of loss. Some of us are going through grief. Some of us are going through mourning. And I just want to remind all of you guys that there is always something to live for, even if it's just you. Live for yourself. It'll turn into other people soon. You'll be living and trying to motivate other people. I know every day of my life, I'm motivated by my son's presence on this planet. Just the fact that he's here. He ain't even got to be in the same room as me, in the same house. Just the fact that he's on this planet motivates me in ways that y'all I don't expect y'all to understand, because that would be unfair. But I think my parents out there, you really understand, and you know that love for your kid is that real type of unconditional love. And it's a powerful thing. My dads out there, let's not run from our responsibilities. Let's be dads. All right. You may not have been the best partner, may not be the best husband, boyfriend, whatever your situation is, but work every day to motivate and do the best that you can for your babies. It is one of the most important things that we can do as a dad ever. And I'm speaking to all races, not just my skin folk. All right. Take care of these babies. All right. Mamas, keep doing y'all things. Keep being amazing mothers. Family members, stay in your family's corners. I know it gets hard sometimes because we don't get to choose our family, and they do the most outrageous things to us, I swear. And they know you the longest, so they know how to get under your skin. They know what to do. Love on them this season. All right. As we get ready for 2025, well, first of all, let's not forget the reason of the season. It's the birth of Jesus Christ. Amen. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. They tried to kill Jesus. As soon as he got here, they tried to off him. And look at the impact that he has made. So anyway, I'm not here to preach. But as we get into 2025, those resolutions that you set, write them down. My dad has been trying to tell me to write stuff down for a long time. And it didn't start clicking until the stuff I started writing down started sticking. And I don't know if it was because I wrote them down with the purpose of doing it, with the intention. I think that all plays in part of it. But the things that I wrote down started sticking. Like, oh, maybe that's the reason why he was telling me to do that. 2025, let's be better people. Let's continue to uplift each other. Let's not be afraid to share good things with one another, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not be so uptight and bound by our own fears and our own things, our own apprehensions, that we don't get out there and try to motivate somebody today. All right? And be open to motivation. Be open to someone sharing a good word with you. For those of you that are watching me today, I am grateful for your openness, because I didn't spend this whole time talking about crypto or the things that I've been doing or MoveQuest. We talked about some life stuff in here too. All right. So be open. You never know who you could motivate. Some of y'all need to start YouTube channels like yesterday. Some of y'all need to be out here talking to the people for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours long, because that's the kind of value that you have. And you're sleeping on it, man. You're sleeping on it, girl. Stop sitting on your hands. It's time to get out there and change the world. All right. You have an opportunity to do that. For my young folks out there, use this energy that we have. Use it for good. Use it to give back. Use it to learn. Use it to grow a skill. Use it, though. Don't abuse it. All right. That's it. That's all. I thank y'all for tuning in. This is BOJ. We've been on here for an hour. It's 1:04. I need to go take my dog out, let him do his thing. And listen, we're going to get moving. I hope all of you that are out there are inspired and motivated to do something great for not only yourself, but somebody else. Make some good decisions for you today, but try to encourage somebody else. All right. That is it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody that tuned in, Little Bit Bullish, Legacy Superior Services, and all of you that tuned in and may not have had an opportunity to share where you're tuning in from. I appreciate you. We will be back on here. I'm going to try to be better with my content and shorts and stuff like that. I think it's pretty clear what I've decided to spend most of my time on. We're excited about MoveQuest and the opportunity that Get Fit Mining gave us, and now what MoveQuest is going to be giving us in the future. And while there may be some other awesome opportunities out there, this is my main focus. All right. So I want to make sure that that is clear, what my main focuses are going forward. I think it's pretty clear already based on, y'all can just kind of look at my content and kind of tell. This might be BOJ's MoveQuest channel, it just might be the journey of movement, inspiring others to get moving and stay moving. I can't wait to get to some of these events and just get moving with the community. And we're not even at 10,000. We don't even got enough to fill a Capital One arena. We don't even got enough to fill RFK. We don't got enough to fill Northwest Stadium. By the way, how about them Commanders? What? Beating the Eagles? I know I got all this green and black back here, dog. Y'all don't talk no mess now. Y'all know where I reside. All right. Y'all know what it is. These haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Not the Bummanders, Gilly. I love Red Grant. He was like, they the Feagles. The Eagles are now the Feagles. Feagles. Fly, Feagles, fly. Anyway, I'm tripping, y'all. But hey, having a good time. That's what it's all about. Enjoy your life. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being a part of the BOJ journey. The BOJ journey is nowhere near over. As far as I'm concerned, we're going to still keep cranking. I'm so excited about what we got going on. Get literate about cryptocurrency, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Oh, let me not leave without doing this. Put your 2FA on all the platforms that will allow you and all your wallets. Crypto is indeed the wild, wild west, y'all. If you ain't strapped, you're bound to get hacked. All right. Ask me how I know. It is not very fun at all. Now, if you like this content, all right, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to be updated and notified about everything going on here at BOJ, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And please, sir, and please, ma'am, don't get scammed by the WhatsApp man, because if he gets you, nothing I can do to help you. All right. Stay diligent and vigilant in this space and in the comment section as well. And I will see y'all on the next one. It's your boy BOJ. Peace out.